Michael Mann, creator of one of the most exciting cop shows in TV history, Miami Vice, and writer and director of the best crime movie of the last 20 years, Heat, comes back to his roots for an epic look at one of the greatest crime periods of the 20th century. 1933 and 34 saw an explosion of bank robberies at the height of the Depression, and people hated the banks so much that they cheered on these criminals like they were modern-day Robin Hoods. Babyface Nelson, Pretty Boy Floyd, and Alvin Karpis took on the banks and the coppers with free abandon, enjoying their fame as much as their money. But the one man who became synonymous with this era was John Dillinger. He enjoyed such fame and public approval that he actually went out and mingled with his public and never worried about being fingered and caught, even while his face was being shown on movie screens. Johnny Depp plays Dillinger with ease. Despite his height, Depp is quite capable of playing smart, fancy, funny, tough, and dark. And in this role, he needs all these characteristics as they define Dillinger. From a photograph I saw, they got the perfect actor because Depp looks a lot like Dillinger. Although Depp is about 45 and Dillinger was 31 when he died. But people lived harder and looked older back then. Nearly all the actors are good in this film, and you never feel like they are cheating on the era. But what you do feel cheated on are the action scenes. Not that there aren't plenty of them, but they come across as bland and uncreative, especially when you compare them to one of the best shootout scenes in history in the movie Heat. In that film, when De Niro and company exit that bank and come out firing in the middle of the Los Angeles streets, it had the intensity of some of the footage from the LA riots. There are several showdowns here, but to me they felt like been here, done that, especially the opening scene of the movie. And is it me, or did all the bad guys seem to be wearing purple trench coats? Did that really happen, or was that like an homage to Dick Tracy or something? One thing I did love was the use of Thompson machine guns, lovingly called Tommy guns. I've watched characters use Tommy guns since seeing old Jimmy Cagney films with my father on Channel 9. But in this movie, they blaze thick orange fire as guys like Babyface Nelson blast the coppers in the dark. As for the performances, well, Mann doesn't skimp on getting some of the best actors in the business, even for the smallest roles. Lily Sobieski, Giovanni Ribisi, David Wenham, and even Billy Crudup, who does an excellent job playing a young, unethical, and ambitious J. Edgar Hoover. Last year's Best Actress, Marion Cotillard, plays Dillinger's girlfriend, Billy Frechette, and her American accent is perfect until one key scene in a police station where it slips for some reason. Once again, Christian Bale, our new Batman, is upstaged by so many other actors around him. I always respect his choice of roles, but I also always feel like he's acting and not being the character, which is kind of weird, since I think he works in a method style. Finally, Stephen Lang, one of the most underrated character actors around, plays Texas lawman Charlie Winstead. This is the kind of part that Ed Harris always got in the past. So it's nice to see someone someone new get it for a change. And his final scene of the movie makes for an unusually wonderful ending. If there were no Godfather, if there were no Untouchables, this movie might have been rated higher. But as it is, it feels like reheated toast. As Bugs Bunny says, if Muggsy was in the stove, would I turn on the gas like this? You might, Rabbit, you might. From the Predator.